Okay, what's up, everybody? Let's talk about the truck dig universe point and that whole sequence at the end. In case you missed it, if you have, I don't know where you've been, but let's take a look at it. We've got dig. They've received the pull. They're on offense, working it up really nicely all the way pretty much up to the end zone line. And that's kind of the first, I think, controversial part of this whole sequence. In real time, it kind of looked like he might have been in. The observer called him out. I don't know. I trust this perspective more than this grainy, can't really tell from this angle. But I trust this perspective here, I guess. That's tough moment number one. So we've got 11. I believe his name's Peter. And yep, it's the whole consequential play is going to be cut out. That sucks, but I have it here. Let's look at it. And as you can see, it kind of looks like 11's hand gets to the disc first, and then AJ, that's AJ Merriman, number 16, looks like he gets there after. And the slow-mo makes it a little bit more obvious, but let's look at it in real time. And this is kind of the only angle I think that matters in the whole thing here. And just take a look at this in real time. Can you actually tell what happened? And if I'm an observer there, can I actually see? And then, of course, the hyper slow-mo really looks like 11. At least, I don't think you can argue that 11's hand didn't touch the disc first. But again, if you watch this in real time, and let's say I'm an observer, how can you definitively say what happened? Obviously, again, this camera angle is kind of like it's panning, so it's hard to fully tell. But it's so bang bang in real time. I don't know how you can really say for sure what happened. And so as we see here, AJ and Peter are talking about it. And so as a defender, I've been told that you really can't go wrong if you just ask to send it to the observer. I think as an offender, you don't always want to do that. But I think he's so confident that he got there first that I'm pretty sure he's okay with sending it to the observer in that situation. And then this is really what gets me, is that the observers talk it over. And I've seen so many times where an observer will just say that they didn't see it and just send it back. It goes back to before the throw. I've seen that so many times. And so I'm not sure exactly what they're saying, but they're asking the observer to make the call here, and we get the replays. The commentators were pretty sure it was a strip, and also I don't know where they're standing. But they're on the field somewhere, presumably. So yeah, they uphold it and they say that it was not a strip. And to me, that's kind of the craziest thing of all of this, because I just want to be clear, like, I don't blame AJ for, not rescinding that. It was so bang bang, and like, you're in the heat of the moment. And I really think that he thought that he got it, I don't doubt that. And obviously 11 was very confident that they got it. It was just so quick. And I just don't think you're in a position to make a clear, unbiased decision there. And that's why they sent it to the observers. That's what the observers are there for. To me, the crazy thing is that they made a assertive call on something that I don't think is just really possible. Like, it just happened so quickly. I don't know how you can say definitively what happened there. And as we can tell, with the benefit of slow-mo and hindsight, it really does look like a strip there. So anyway, we can kind of see how the rest of this plays out, but Truck doesn't give it back. They score and they win, and they move on to the semifinal. and Diggs' season is over. So it's just a crazy sequence of events in the biggest game of the season for both of these teams up until that point. And one thing I will say is, you want to look at the strip rules. I've got them up here. I think, I'm not saying I believe this, but if you're going to argue that it wasn't a strip, there is some gray area in terms of like, okay, so if a foul causes a player to lose possession of the disc, it is a strip. So the key word here is possession. So what is possession? And they define it as sustained contact with and control of a non-spinning disc. So do you think that there was sustained contact and control of a non-spinning disc? Did he make a football move? I mean, I think there's you could say that there's some gray area there, maybe in your interpretation of what sustained means, but I think that's really up to you. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. But yeah, I think my conclusion is that I don't blame the players for how that happened. I don't want to put too much blame on the observers, but I don't understand. I just want to know why it wasn't just sent back. I think that's kind of what everyone's wondering. Yeah, I don't want to be too hard on them because also maybe they saw something from an angle that we didn't see, and you could argue this sustained contact point if you want, if that's your thing. But yeah, I'm going to be honest. If I'm a Dig player, this whole thing kind of makes me sick to my stomach a little bit. It is a tough pill to swallow because from that perspective, I don't know. It's tough, but that's how it played out. And, it's too late to go back. I do think that they submitted some kind of protest. I'm not sure how that works. But as far as I know, Truck is going to play in the semifinal today. I don't know if there's precedent for a game being revoked or an outcome being changed after the fact, but I would be fascinated to see how that plays out. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Let me know what you think. Was it a strip? Was it not? I don't know. See you guys next time.